everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure video. Today, we're going to be looking at an overview of the giant haul of McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that I picked up at Target today. I got 10 new McFarlane DC Multiverse figures that I've been looking for, including 5 Platinum Chase variants. Now, what are the odds getting 5 Platinum Chase variants in one trip at one store? I got the entire Page Puncher Superman wave, including the Platinum Chase variant of Val-Zod and Brainiac. And then I got the entire JLA Plastic Man wave, including the Platinum Chase variants of Superman, Aquaman, and Green Lantern. They didn't have the regular versions, which is fine by me. I have them on their way for the McFarlane Toy Store, and they should be here the next few days. But it still gives me enough pieces to fully put together Plastic Man. Like I said, this is going to be a quick overview of all these figures. We'll take a look at each figure one by one, and then later I'll do slower, longer, in-depth videos of each of the figures individually. So, here's the front of the packaging. You can see the page punchers at the top in the traditional plastic clamshell, and then the Plastic Man wave at the bottom in the normal Build-A-Figure McFarlane DC Multiverse package. Here's the front of all these figures, and then here's the back of the packaging of all these figures. So with no further ado, let's open them up and check them out. Alright, now that we have these figures out of the package, here they are laid out in front of you. A total of 11 figures today. Quite the McFarlane haul, 5 of which were Platinum Chase variants. What is going on? Either I'm super lucky, or Target seems to somehow have whole cases of Platinums, or these are a lot more common than usual, and that is my best guess. The last wave of Platinums was the Dark Knight trilogy. We have Batman and Catwoman Platinum figures, and they were 1 per case. Every single box had 2 of the Platinum figures. Although, this time, the box of Page Punchers had 2 Platinum figures, and the box of Plastic Man had 3 Platinum figures and no regular figures. So, it's pretty weird. In this video, we're going to take a little quick peek at each figure, one by one. And later, I'll be doing in-depth videos on each figure. So, hope you guys enjoy. Quick look at all these figures. Huge haul today. There's a reason that my online nickname is Hunter. Toy hunting at its finest. I call this precision hunting. So let's start off with Superman. He's from the Page Puncher wave, and it's a very unique wave. The Page Punchers pretty much always have unique sculpts and sort of out there designs. I prefer more traditional looks, but it's still kind of cool. We have Superman in this big, bulky armored suit. I don't know if it's Kryptonian armor, but it looks like something out of Warhammer 40k, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, although it's kind of weird and inappropriate for Superman. So let's take a look. It's a very hardened looking Superman. He looks kind of angry. He's got, I don't know, a mask or breathing apparatus on his face. Big, spiky armor that just screams something Todd McFarlane designed. Superman logo. It has a little bit of wear to it. Big, giant punching gloves with spikes on the front. Looks like a meat cleaver. Other one has almost like some little blades at the front there. The armor is very different on both sides. The shoulder pads, forearm armor, even the boots. Kind of reminds you of Spawn. One has a knee part, one's a lot lower. He also has a cloth soft goods cape. Pretty nice. No wire, but that's fine. And guess what? Yes, the armor is removable, but it's a very big, bulky guy right now. And here's Superman without the armor. He still has a sort of semi-armored looking suit in there. So, closer look at his face. A mean, angry Superman. He's got this scar that goes across his cheek to his forehead. It's kind of subtle. It could be painted just a little bit more noticeable. Superman logo on his chest. Like I said, it's still sort of an armored suit under the armor. Those little sort of spikes and stuff on it. All the different sort of pieces. I don't really even know what I'm looking at here. But it's definitely not just a typical Superman suit. It's something a little thicker and armored. Double jointed elbows. Double jointed knees. Spiky shoes. Screams Todd McFarlane designed. And then his armor pieces. Here's one for his leg. They sort of peg into itself. It's got a little hole here in the peg. Simply shut it, snap it. We'll see how well that stays on him. So far so good, but I've seen those things not really last or work very good before. And now let's look at Val-Zod. We have both the standard version on the left, and then the armored Platinum Chase version on the right. Now, Val-Zod is basically a black Superman. It's Superman from Earth 2, and as I understand it, on Earth 2, it's a Kal-El, or Clark Kent's adopted brother, and he was sent to Earth instead of Superman in that universe. It is very confusing, the whole multiverse situation, because Val-Zod is allegedly the Superman for Earth 2, but the Crisis on Infinite Earth Superman was also from Earth 2, that's an older white Superman, and then I believe the Blackest Night Superman was also from Earth 2, so, I don't know, maybe Crisis had a reboot, etc., but you would think they would just call it a different Earth number. Anyway, this is the regular version of Val-Zod. It is still pretty cool to add another member to the Superman family. Face looks okay. Eyebrows are a little weird. It's a little kind of smudged around where the nose and eyebrows meet. The paint job is just a little messed up on the line on his hair, but it looks pretty good for the most part. It's the exact same body as the Superman figure. I absolutely hate when they use these hands. I think they're so ugly. But the color scheme is very different. Cloth soft goods cape again. Double jointed elbows and knees. Then we have the armor version. He has a lot of the same armor pieces, but a lot are different. Face, shoulders a lot less spiky. Blade is a lot bigger. He has a different kind of blade on this side. Nice sculpting detail on the armor. Look at that. But similar down here as far as one covers the knee, one doesn't. But it's a very different design of the armor, and I appreciate that. When I first looked at pictures, I just assumed it was exactly the same. I bet when we take the armor off, this figure looks very much like the other one. And then here's the regular version of Val-Zod and the Platinum Chase variant with the armor removed. At this point, the only real difference is one has gloves on and one has gloves off. So you can still tell them apart. Actually, I also noticed the shin is white on this guy, and it's not painted on this guy. Now let's look at the Ghost of Zod. I guess in this storyline, Zod has passed away, he's dead, back in ghost form. Haven't read the comics yet, but now I can. I have all four of them. So, looks like he's done in a semi-transparent plastic, which is kind of cool. But to tell you the truth, he kind of looks like Beast Boy's dad instead of Zod. The green, all the fur, the beard, etc. I guess this is General Zod from this particular comic story. He has semi-armor, spikes on it as well. Z for Zod on his belt. Looks like double-jointed knees, double-jointed elbows. This guy will probably look pretty cool under black light, but screams Beast Boy to me. And then we have Brainiac. There are two different versions. The regular, more robotic version on the left, and then the Platinum Chase variant where you can see some of his green flesh on the right. Now the figure is very weird. He's very skinny. Articulation is extremely unique, different than anything McFarlane has ever done. I have him standing up straight now, but he probably should have his legs sort of bent. He's got this sort of spike thing on his arms. He has a hand with a couple different grabbers on the top, some smaller hands on the side, and some tentacles coming out. I guess it's double-jointed elbows and double-jointed knees. Small robotic feet. And his face, it looks sick. It looks fantastic. Look at that. Then, of course, we also have the Platinum Chase variant. Different color scheme, a lot more black on this guy. You can see his face there, totally green. He looks psychotic. He looks really weird, the big bug eyes, and he has the three sort of dots signature to Brainiac on his forehead. You can see more flesh on his fingers, and the rest appears to be the same sculpt, same kind of attachments, same kind of hands. Not sure which one I like better. They're both cool in different ways. And now let's check out the Plastic Man wave. We have the Platinum Chase variant of Superman, Aquaman, John Stewart, and then the regular version of Batman and Plastic Man. And there are no other versions of Batman and Plastic Man, but there are other versions of the other three figures. So here's Superman. This is the electric, energized version. This whole wave is straight from the 90s. This is the Platinum Chase variant. This is the red one. The regular one is a blue one. So it'll be cool when I finally have them both soon. Looks like it's done with the Page Puncher Superman body. New head. Slim body, kind of electric Superman logo, whatever. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. At least he has a new head. And here's Batman. He's probably the biggest stinker of the wave, at least as far as most people are concerned. I love the Batman color variants. And this one is in sort of a Keaton-esque color scheme, and that's pretty cool. It's done on the Three Jokers Batman body, which has been used plenty of times before. It seems kind of lazy, but it does look good at the same time. Short-eared cowl. Head and neck is one solid piece. I'm not a fan of that look. The black paint scheme actually looks really good. The bright yellow belt, it looks just like Keaton's belt from the film. Nice job there. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, those armored shins, same kind of cape, reuse, and I've seen a lot of people complaining about it, but even though it's lazy, I do still like him. And then the third figure in this wave is Aquaman. This is the 90s Aquaman, a little more badass, trying to get out of that sort of goofy stereotype that he's always had. This one has a hook for a hand, he's got a beard, shirtless, buff, full of muscles, a little bit of armor. So, face looks very familiar. Beard, mustache, long hair. He's got the hook for the hand. His signature look from the 90s and the Justice League Unlimited show. You can see all the abs on his stomach. He's got the Aquaman logo on his belt. He's got kind of lime green on the side, and the scales are simply painted on. For McFarlane, who typically over-texture stuff, it's kind of odd to see something like this not being textured, but not that big a deal. Now, the differences between this one and the regular version is the armor here is sort of black. On the regular, it's silver. And the pants, this is, I don't know, sort of lime green, and it's dark green on the regular version. So not very different, but different enough. I think this one might be sort of an homage to the Justice League Task Force version of Aquaman. Could be wrong on that, though. And then the fourth figure is John Stewart as Green Lantern. So, looks like a little bit more of an old school John Stewart. He has a little bit bigger hair, not really an afro, but bigger than the typical fade. On this one, the only real difference is the Green Lantern logo is quite different in the middle. This one's a lot bigger. The other one is a more traditional one with a white circle with a green sort of lantern battery, power ring type thing inside of there. Beyond that, it does appear to be the same figure. This is done on the Kyle Rayner body and should fit in nicely with the rest of the team. And of course, if you buy all four of those figures, you get to collect to build Plastic Man. And even though I found all the Platinum Chase variants, and I don't have the regular ones, I still have the regular Plastic Man. I do kind of wish that he would come with alternate pieces with the Platinum Chase variants. I don't know, maybe more Plastic Man attachments, etc., etc. But at least this way, no matter which version of the character you get, Platinum or regular, you can still successfully build Plastic Man. I can see that being very frustrating if maybe you ordered the entire wave, and you got one Platinum, and then you couldn't make Plastic Man because you had something different. Either way, here he is. Big, goofy smile on his face, the sunglasses. He just looks like he's laughing and making jokes, having fun with everything. His costume is absolutely ridiculous. Spandex, and it's just like a little onesie. Little diaper area, sleeves, totally open chest and back. Legs completely exposed, bare feet here, and one little complaint, you can see the plastic is a little bit different color in the ankle than the feet and the legs. Same with the knees. It's a very common problem with McFarlane toys, and toys in general, because they make those pieces separately, but man, they could have done a better job on those. Something that I see a lot in the McFarlane DC Multiverse. Looks like his torso is made from the Blue Beetle. We have the abs on top. I've seen that so many times, those ugly wrists, etc. But you know what? It works. It looks pretty good. I'd say the face and head sell this guy. Not too fond of this whole area. And then Plastic Man has these interchangeable parts. 2 stretchy arms and a stretchy neck. Now, I saw an interview with Todd McFarlane where he was like, why would somebody want a regular looking Plastic Man? I would want all these weird pieces. And that's true. They're nice. But I would like Plastic Man to be in his normal shape most of the time when he's interacting with the rest of the Justice League. He's not just stretching when he's hanging around the Justice League Tower, etc., etc. But it's still pretty cool. His neck twists around, almost like a corkscrew. This one hand is completely stretched. The fingers are long. The arm is long. There's no articulation in the middle, but it has a standard articulation in the shoulder. Now this one here is kind of weird. His arm goes down, his hand is wrapped around, holding the other part of his hand, and so you can have him sort of going from rooftop to rooftop. This thing can be up there, sort of wrap around something and have him swinging. Overall, it's pretty cool, but I appreciate they give us a normal look as well as the action look. So overall, it's a very nice haul. Good day for McFarlane collecting. The Page Puncher wave is pretty impressive to look at, but I prefer much more traditional versions of the heroes. It's nice to have Val-Zod out of the Superman family. Brainiac looks weird, but cool. Goes to General Zod. Also looks weird, but cool. It does not scream Zod to me at all. Superman, don't really know how he got the scar on his face. Don't really know why he's big and bulky. Maybe the comic will shed some of the details on that. The armor, it looks cool, but I don't really need Superman in a big, bulky, armored suit. Then we have the JLA Plastic Wave. Now, I'm probably the most excited about Plastic Man here because he's a brand new character to add to the collection, but that wave is a whole lot of lazy. I still really appreciate getting the 90s looks from JLA, but it's damn near all reuse. I mean, Superman is on the Page Puncher body, Batman on the Three Jokers body, Plastic Man on Blue Beetle. Aquaman actually appears to be mostly new parts, although the legs are definitely from previous Aquaman figures. And then John Stewart on the Kyle body. I like them, I appreciate adding to the collection, but not exactly McFarlane's best work. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look for individual videos dropping very soon. If you like this video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.